Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this weather impact alert. I'm Devin Bartolotta, and thank you for streaming us. We know that you're watching on Facebook and YouTube and on the free WWL Plus app. I'm watching our Facebook page right now, so if you've got any questions for Chris Franklin, comment them on the live stream on our Facebook page, and I will ask Chris live. We got a lot to talk about, so we're going to get right over to him at the weather wall. Chris?
Yeah, we've got a lot coming up, including some storms overnight tonight, really starting later this evening, overnight, some hard freezes. We have a chance for some rain into the weekend, and we're also starting to get a good idea of what the following last big weekend of Carnival may be shaping up, how it's shaping up. We'll talk about each of those in due course. Let's start with our storm chances going later into this evening and tonight. Now, the system that we're really watching for all of that rainfall moving our way later on is still in the kind of genesis phase. It's still forming. So we're getting a rough idea of more of the timing of our rainfall, as well as some of the rainfall amounts, as well as the low end threat for severe weather. We'll talk about all of those in just a moment. So far, the rain has been a little bit more confined along the coastline and offshore, and I'm more talking about the moderate to heavy rainfall. We do have some light to moderate passing showers at times starting to approach the city, and these will continue to increase over the next several hours going later into this evening and tonight. Now, the good news for the regards to severe weather is we have a fairly stable air mass. Dew points are low. Now, they're a little higher than they were yesterday, but it's not as though we have dew points into the 70s. That usually is the setup. Temperatures into the 80s, dew points in the 70s. That's the ingredients or the more primed atmosphere for more widespread severe weather. We never really got into warm, humid air, thankfully, and so that's why the risk of severe weather very, very minimal through the overnights. We're in the 60s outside right now, and temperatures are not really going to change over the course of the next several hours. Dew points 40s and 50s. Now, they will likely continue to rise a bit with this wind now out of the east, and eventually we might pick up a little bit more of a southeasterly wind, but never are we looking at dew points surging into the 70s. That would really be indicative of a more unstable atmosphere and more inclusive of severe weather. That's really not the case. So we've got the rain and storms through the evening and during the overnight. Now, I think most of those heavier showers will be long gone before daybreak tomorrow, but may still have a few little lingering light showers as we get our Wednesday started. During the day Wednesday, the highs will be early in the morning, upper 50s. Throughout the rest of the day, it's going to be much colder and windy, so feeling very cold all day Wednesday. And we're not going to see much in the way of sunshine either. Then we start looking ahead to some hard freezes, mainly north and west for Thursday and for Friday morning. Then we're looking at the possibility, or I should say likelihood, of pipe-type weather in those locations. Haven't seen those kind of temperatures in the last several weeks. You'll want to protect them once again. And we're also looking at the potential for some weekend rain. We'll take you through the timing of that in just a moment. Here is the upper disturbance, which is starting to develop this surface low out over Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. It is, though, sending in some frigid temperatures already and snow up to our north, and fairly significant snow up across the Ozarks, moving through northern Arkansas into Missouri, Oklahoma, parts of Kansas. For us, though, temperatures are not going to be cold enough. We are just looking at kind of a chilly rain on the way through the later part of the evening. Now, this system, as it develops, starts sending more rainfall inland late this evening and tonight. Though notice the bulk of the heavier rainfall still remains a little bit more toward the coast. If we were to really see any severe weather, it's going to be right along the coastline if this warm front gets a little bit closer. If it stays farther offshore, or severe weather not an issue. And even if it does approach the coastline, the severe threat is very, very minimal. Really what we're looking at, though, is just heavy rainfall through the overnight. Again, as a lot of folks are starting to wake up early tomorrow morning, rain is gone. May have a few little light sprinkles on the back side of this, but otherwise we're clearing out. However, we're going to stay cloudy, windy, with temperatures falling throughout the day on Wednesday. So Wednesday will be a cold one. So the severe threat minimal, and again, mainly along the coastline. And at the moment, the Storm Prediction Center really only highlighting the river parishes, South Shore, down the bayou, and our coastal locations. And even that remains very minimal. But more than anything thing we'll be watching is all of that rain moving our way. Now, overall, we're looking at about 1 to maybe 2 inches of rainfall, especially toward the coastline. As far as overall accumulation totals, we can handle it. It's going to be some localized downpours that could lead to some street flooding, but even that risk remains fairly limited. We are getting into some very cold air already. This is a piece of the polar vortex that we talk about. Now, as the core of this cold continues farther south, it does kind of moderate a bit. So it's not going to be as bitterly cold as it continues moving deeper into the central plains. But notice, here is the upper low around kind of Illinois, Iowa state line. That is what is normally one of the upper lows around the North Pole. So this is plunging south. Again, it's not going to be as bitterly cold, which is why, while we're expecting a hard freeze, we're certainly not expecting the type of temperatures that we saw back when it snowed. But just an indication of the end of the week and going into the weekend will be chilly. Now, going into early next week, that's kind of the final big stretch of parades, we will see temperatures moderate a bit, especially Monday through about Wednesday. Then we're looking at now another surge of cold air moving in by Wednesday when parades get rolling once again, and deepening cold air as we continue toward Friday. Now, that's about as roughly accurate as we can get with our temperature outlook. So it does look as though the next big weekend of parading will be even colder. Whether or not that continues on into Mardi Gras Day is yet to be seen, but it definitely looks like for the big stretch going up to that final weekend of parading, it is going to be cold once again. So we're going to get a rough idea of temperatures even beyond this coming weekend, which will be chilly. Waking up on Thursday morning, again, I'd already mentioned we're going to have a hard freeze, but with the strong winds out of the north, it'll feel more like the teens and low 20s. So everyone will feel like it is below freezing. Now, Wednesday morning, not an issue for freezing temperatures. Folks wondering if they need to protect the pipes and all tonight, you're fine. Now, it's going to be kind of rougher weather overnight tonight, but you still have time to protect any pipes or sensitive plants if you haven't already lost them like me for Thursday morning, because it'll be Thursday morning, the pipe weather on the North Shore, definitely the river parishes, and possibly even some of our northern bayou region. Everyone else, it is a light freeze. So south of the lake, most of the bayou down toward the coast, pipes are fine. You may want to protect any plants that you had previously brought in, bring them back in. If you've already lost them outside, then don't worry about it. As we go into Friday morning, again, another widespread morning of hard freezes. This time, maybe not quite as much in the river parishes, but everyone south of the lake will definitely have a light freeze as we get the day started, and then not nearly as cold by Saturday. Temperatures will be rebounding as we head into the weekend. I'd mentioned that chance of rain as we head into the weekend. It's looking a little bit better. As far as our parade Saturday afternoon, fine. I don't think we're going to have any real rain concerns. As we go later into the evening, we may start to see some very light rain, and about a 40, maybe 50% chance as we go later into the night. During the evening, as some of the parades are hopefully starting to wrap up, may start to see some passing showers at around 30%. Most of the rain this weekend coming in during the early morning hours of Sunday. We will see another Gulf low developing, but this time, notice, it's not riding right along the coastline. It should be much farther down to our south. So the good news is this system should stay well south of us, so we're not looking at an abundance of rainfall moving in late Saturday and on into early Sunday, but maybe the rain jacket just in case if you're out Saturday evening. As we go later into the night, we'll have that better chance for some showers. And the models are still not in great agreement. We have seen the Euro kind of back off a little bit, but the GFS as of 9 o'clock on Saturday night still has us mostly dry. So we will see which model actually plays out. Euro a little bit more aggressive with rainfall than the GF has been. We'll see if that trend continues. Now again, those storms moving in overnight tonight and for early tomorrow. Be gone by daybreak, but may still have a few spotty showers around in the morning and midday hours, and temperatures dropping. Again, tomorrow will be a cold one. As far as preparing for the hard freeze, that is Thursday and Friday, north and west, maybe even the northern bayou region. So Thibodaux, Houma, maybe want to protect those pipes once again. As we head into the weekend, we'll have about a 30% shot of some later evening showers, most of our rain late night, and a few lingering into early Sunday. But then Sunday parades, fine. Again, a pretty chilly weekend overall. We will see a warming trend into early next week before temperatures likely drop again mid to late next week.
All right, Chris, we do have some questions from online, so I want to ask you, I don't know if you want to make your way over to the desk with me here. One of them here, someone is asking whether or not we will see any snow, hail, etc. Any snow, hail, etc. Precipitation coming our way.
Hail is definitely a possibility. That's one of the severe elements that we could see later on tonight. As far as snow goes, we're not going to be getting into the coldest of the air before this moisture moves out. So the system that is kind of developing and moving through right now, temperatures are already supportive of snow just to our north, Arkansas, Missouri, parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, North Texas. By the time that gets down to us, as far as the coldest air goes, that moisture is going to be long gone. So it's really just more of a cold, kind of chilly rain late tonight and overnight.
All right, so anybody hoping for a replay of January?
Yeah, right. We're certainly not going to see a replay of that, and the chances of snow slim to none.
Okay, another question. Family Gras, Sunday afternoon, how's it looking?
This Sunday?
I guess Family Gras
Yes, it is. Yes.
this Sunday?
Should know I'm riding in Mad Hatter's on Saturday. So
yes, you got a busy weekend.
I might have a poncho with me as I'm riding in the parade because, as I said, the later into the evening we go, the better those chances of rain, but more spotty in nature the way it looks right now, about 30%. As we head into Sunday, however, Sunday afternoon, evening, rain will be gone. Again, the system that we're watching for potential of rain this coming weekend is not a very aggressive one. It's not like the system that we have moving in later tonight. So again, we've got our one round of rain tonight, tomorrow morning, and then another one coming in Saturday. So here we are Saturday, 9 p.m. This is showing just a few little spotty showers. This would be about a 20% chance, and then maybe about a 30% chance the later into the evening we go. During the overnight, maybe about a 40-50% chance, and then certainly as we get into midday Sunday, drying out, and by Sunday afternoon, that system is far enough down to the south that rain is done. So not looking to be a wet Family Gras weekend, big weekend of parading coming up this weekend.
I mean, that's good news, but this is one of those weekends, it sounds like, where if you're packing your parade bag, it's best to just bring everything with you.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be on the chilly side, so you don't
Yeah.
need the shorts. There's no need for that, no sunscreen. It's going to be cloudy. So there are a couple of things you can pull out of the bag going into this coming weekend. As far as a poncho, rain jacket, maybe hang on to one of those just in case. It's not looking like it'd be anything heavy, but maybe a few little light sprinkles that is more of a nuisance kind of drizzle more than anything else.
Well, to get there, I know we got to get through this very cold stuff headed our way. I do want to mention that Jefferson Parish is opening a warming shelter that's opening at the Terrytown Playground, I believe tomorrow at 1 p.m. Yeah, opening Wednesday at 1 p.m. It will remain operational until 8 a.m. Friday. So I know, Chris, we're all ready for spring, but we're still thinking about those pipes, the plants, the people, depending on where we live.
We're not done. Even as we go into March, we're not quite done with it yet. We can still sometimes get it in April, but we're starting to see the real cold wind down. As far as gardening goes, don't do anything yet. You can certainly clean out dead plants or make sure that you've just kind of clipped away some of the dead vegetation. We also heard from a lot of plant experts, horticulturists, that even after our snow, what might be dead, if the roots are still alive, the plant will come back. So we're not quite to the point of planting yet as far as gardening goes, but you can certainly clean away some of that dead brush.
All right, very helpful. Lots to come, lots more to come, rather, on air at 5 and 6 and at 6:30. So we will check in with all of you again there. Chris, thank you so much. Thank all of you for streaming with us this afternoon, and we will see you at 5 o'clock.